To play, have you ever followed football? Asked Eric. The three men and one woman looked at each other and looked confused, but they are not to blame. After all, the United States in 2002 can still be described as a football desert. In this country, the most popular sports are football, basketball, ice hockey, baseball. As for soccer, who likes to play that kind of sissy sport? Is your confrontation as fierce as American football, rugby? The British guys have made a sport, and they dare to come to my big Americana side, yours. In the United States, the market share has long been divided up by several major sports, although football is popular all over the world. But just like India is a cricket world, football just can't enter the market of many countries. Just as Chinese people don't play baseball, Chinese chess can't go abroad. Different cultures just can't work. Okay, it seems that you don't understand, but it doesn't matter. You don't need to watch the ball and understand the ball. As long as you can bet, I will give you instructions. Billy clasped his hands on his chest and looked solemnly. Eric, this is not a good plan. I have never heard of gambling to make a fortune. Bordeaux also disagreed with the plan, and we studied finance, not mathematics. Otherwise, we could have tried it in Las Vegas. Warren also persuaded him, and I heard that there are major spinach companies behind the game. They can win whoever they want, and they want to win money from them. It's too difficult. Warren's statement is indeed a lot of people's perception of gambling, and this kind of thing does exist, such as the PhoneGate incident, which caused an uproar. But that's just a normal league, and this time Eric is facing the World Cup, and the World Cup is very difficult to manipulate by spinach. There are many reasons for this, but in the simplest terms, the value of that group of stars has exceeded the market value of most spinach companies in the world. People rent out the advertising space on their chests, which is tens of millions of advertising dollars, and they still need to take the risk of collecting your black money to play fake matches? Moreover, the World Cup is held every 4 years. How long is the career of an athlete? How many 4 years can it be? No one knows if this is their last. And for stars who make enough money, honor is more important than money. Besides, even if the spinach company really gets 1 or 2 players, it won't work. If you don't get half of the players, it won't play a decisive role, but the cost of doing that is too great for the spinach company to pay. In addition, the real profit of the spinach company is actually the pump. No matter who wins, as long as someone gambles, people can make money. Therefore, the regular spinach company actually hates match fixing the most, because match fixing hurts people, and if it hurts everyone, people don't gamble. How to make money when no one gambles? In the World Cup in Japan and South Korea, as the host, I didn't want to lose too embarrassed. So the South Korean government had crooked thoughts and wanted to buy other teams, but it was rejected by the major teams. So the country of sticks started a riot operation. Can't buy the team. Can't I buy the referee? It's easier for one person to do it than 22, so the dirtiest World Cup was born. How destructive is this kind of operation? It's so big that many spinach companies have gone bankrupt, and because of all kinds of upsets, the analysts of spinach companies are stupid. So an extremely magical scene was born. After the South Korea-Japan World Cup, the world's major spinach companies jointly shouted, demanding a fair and just game, refusing to fake games. At the same time, these companies also take the initiative to disclose their finances and also require major stars to disclose their finances. Let fans supervise. Refuse to fake games. Start with me. But Huaxia seems to have no response. This move has also received strong support from the world's anti-black money agencies. The anti-black money organization supports Spinach Company, so I asked you if it was magical. Therefore, the South Korea-Japan World Cup is the most profitable one, and it is also Eric's only chance at the moment. The three sworn friends were not optimistic about their plans. Eric looked at Judy again, and the girl shrugged. I have no opinion. It's not my money anyway, let's say. What do you need us to do? Eric liked Judy's chick's cheerfulness. See, it's my money anyway. What are you worried about? Just treat it as a game. A game of millions, haven't played it. And the money won by Spinach doesn't even have to pay taxes, and other companies have paid for you in advance, so it's decided anyway. Eric didn't care, and the three of them stopped talking, waiting for each other to call the shots. 10 million US dollars. I plan to divide it into 5 equal parts, each holding 2 million. The 4 of you will go to the United Kingdom, Macau, Singapore, and Brazil, and I will sit in China. This trip can be a bit risky, so I'll have a bodyguard for each of you, but try to keep a low profile. The World Cup is over in a month. You guys go home immediately. It's as simple as that. The reason why Eric wants to match them with bodyguards is really to protect security on the one hand, and naturally to monitor on the other hand. After a month, they will all face a huge amount of money, or is it more reliable to go to insurance? Judy smiled. This is to send us on a trip at public expense. Then I'm welcome. I've always wanted to go to Asia. Singapore is a good city. What is its name? Then I'll go to England. I've always wanted to have an authentic British meal and see if the Brits are right. Eric patted Warren on the shoulder. I suggest you don't go. Compared to authentic Chinese food, British food is like a piece of poop. Go to Macau. When you come back, I guarantee you'll be at least 10 pounds fat, and you'll sneer at Chinese restaurants in America. Warren's face fell. That's not good. I'm trying to lose weight. Food will ruin my plans, or the UK.
Bordeaux
Laughed and said, Are you sure? British gay is famous. Your ass is white and tender. Be careful of being pouted. Billy licked the corner of his mouth. I've heard about Brazilian beauties for a long time, and I think this will be an unforgettable trip. As a result, as soon as his words fell, Judy's eyes were already shining. Let's change. That place is more suitable for me. You go to Singapore. Why? Judy clenched her fists. Do you want to fight? Okay. You win, ma'am. But be careful. Don't get sick. I don't think Eric will pay for this. Billy teased. The final result was finalized, with Warren going to Macau, Billy to Singapore, Bordeaux to England, and Judy to Brazil. Although Brazil in 2002 was not as chaotic as it was later, drugs and gangsters were still rampant, and Eric decided to add 2 bodyguards to Judy. After all, it was the city of God, a city forsaken by God. Dad's work efficiency is fast, and after a party, Eric has an extra $10 million on his account. The next day, the 4 of them were on planes to their respective destinations. Leon light in the early morning, Eric drove home. The clouds of the Tian Shan Mountains seemed to turn into bills, and Franklin was grinning. Happy holidays, everyone.